Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve for the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad ain't pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
S-T-R-O.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support bra. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen,
are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
So hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred,
meaning credentials.
Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls
in the instrumental.
Are you ready?
Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets, fool?
That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the crown.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns.
Are you ready?
Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets, fool?
That's a close encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, steady, back. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all beat the flow.
Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right.
it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left on a run.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup. Five.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. Bingo, bingo, bingo. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
You better be afraid of me. Whip. Watch the whip. 58, boy, 58. Man, I got you.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Let's go. 27-yard line.
Ready. 60 yards. 60, Mike 50 out. 61. Max box. Right. Hey, it's our house. Lucky. Set up.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
You go tight.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's go now. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Powers through. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Check, 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 check. Shoot.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
To throw on second down. Love. He's going to rifle one deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
They're on 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
From the gun, Love. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Deshaun Hand has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
2nd and long. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31.
Check nine, check nine.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big play there on the option. 41 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the Bears' 35-yard line.
Ready? You're not ready. You're not ready.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. On first down, Dobbins. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. Crunch. Crunch. 22. Jet. Cover. 22. Jet. Cover.
Operating from the gun. Love. And this is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love. This one into the hands of Burton. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have retaken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10.
Next to score, Bears 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. It's caught by Jennings. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Mike 58 right there.
That one caught by Gibson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
58, come on. No chance. Anyway. Check 3, check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give right side. Dobbins. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ready up. Mike up, go. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Check up. Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. You ain't going nowhere. 54 is Mike. 54. Ready go.
On 3rd down, Love. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. He'll take it at the 42. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Let's go now. Not a rule. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Let's go, D. Big Sears right here.
To throw on third down. Love. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50,
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On 3rd down, Love. It's caught. Jones. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down, Love. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, Dobbins. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. This is brought in by Gibson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Gibson. A good pickup there, a 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right. 4 there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, he'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Spurs, Spurs. Go. Check 43.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. I got one. Mike.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Go. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You're trash.
To throw on 3rd down. Love trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Past the 20. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Well, Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Check Mike 54. Mike 6. It's a party now. Mike 54.
On 3rd down, Love. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Love, flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Well, there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check 24. Check 24.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Gary Jennings with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Love. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make
Operating from the gun. Love. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw. Love. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Watch the pass. Got double tight. Double tight. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
That's it, baby. We got work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. On 1st and 10, Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 2nd and 13. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Let's go, D.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bears are in for 6. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
1st down, Detroit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. He's got the first down here inside the 30. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 40, the 30, 20. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Love. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
On 3rd down, Dobbins, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's going to have the first down past the 20. It's a foot race. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 94 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 34-yard line.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now out of the gun. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Back-to-back running plays putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? They'll look to throw here. Going up top. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
22 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes it...
And it's a fumble. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Detroit, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.